huh.
One day.
We're over here tapping in with KWJT, Puget Sound from space. I'm over here with Corey. You're tapping in with Tavares and sliding with Solana. And chilling with Rolando, man. Gotta remind myself to add the new intro. Any Hooskies, KWJT, we're back at it again with another Podski. Thank you for joining us. I like to start off the show with a whole lot of things, so let me just ramble off real quick. For the past groovers who's been tapping in with us, thank you so much. I love you so much. Corey loves you so much.
Thanks.
Please continue to hold it down for us. For the new groovers who are here because of this episode, if you would ever be so kind as just to go and hit that subscribe button, it would mean so much to us, and we would love you to join the Groovy family. 3, we're on all streaming platforms. Check us out. Audiobooks. You know what we want over here. Audiobooks.
The bag.
Podcast, Spotify, and all the shit, all the stuff. And to the right of me, I got my brother Corey.
Hi.
Right here is Tavares. And without a further ado, let me introduce this week's guest. We got Noah up in the motherfucking building, man.
Welcome.
You probably don't hear it, but it's a round of applause going for you.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Oh, yes.
That means a lot to me.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
You know,
Go ahead, brother.
no. I was gonna say what's funny about shooting the pod is like you have to pretend like we haven't been sitting here for almost an hour.
Yeah, for like a minute.
Kicking it.
like hanging
I
out.
just met y'all again. I'm like, yeah.
Hi.
Hey, everyone, just got here. Didn't do anything not weird or anything.
We didn't do anything suspicious of the sort.
Not at all.
I know Corey always loves to start off with how are you doing today? So how are you doing?
yeah. Shit. I'm off work.
Oh yeah.
I got a whole day. So I'm here doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. I fuck with y'all. I'm high. I say that's a good. I probably like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Good 6, 7. We love it.
I actually, solid 7. I don't want to give 6. That's just me wanting to, like maybe there's a great day I got.
Yeah. There's always we like to the room for improvement. So
but 7's light. 7's pretty good. I say it's a 7. It's a good ass day outside.
Yeah, it's a really good day. I mean, this is the first day it's actually felt like March.
Yeah.
Because I can't take the freezing cold anymore.
Bro, it was hailing the other day. Just.
Oh, it was hailing?
By my crib, bro. I was outside.
Fuck that.
Looked fine. Went to go hoop. As soon as I started hooping, bro, hail from the sky, like ice, like hitting me. Like I'm like I was out there. I feel like I was like in a commercial or something. I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? I'm like,
that's regular though.
That's really ass.
Washington kid hooping activities.
The hail just hit me. See, I don't know that. I'm not from here. I didn't used to. I
Oh.
don't know. I'm not from here, so.
Okay, before we do get into where you're from, you are out of Puyallup though. You that's where you stay currently, and you would say that's where you got everything started.
Yeah, definitely where I started this whole part of my life and all my journey and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Atlanta, actually, originally.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, like that's where I say I spent the most of my years.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I moved around a couple other places. Like I was in Kentucky, Indiana, and like a bunch of other little southern random states. But yeah, and so I don't know, just like the South in general.
Yeah.
Southern, I've probably been there or drove through it,
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I'll be at or am from.
Oh, that's fire.
Keep the accent too much, but definitely.
Do you think growing up in the South gave you different, I guess, morals? Because I hear the South is outside of like everyone talks about politics, but I feel like the people of the South are very wholesome and stand on like good foundations and good family goals.
Yeah, it's like a weird just like a community hospitality thing that like everybody kind of like ascribes to. It's not on purpose or anything.
Yeah.
It's almost the same way like everybody here just kind of knows what seasonal depression is. You never like ever question it or think about it. You just know it's like real. You're like, yeah, it exists. It's like that, Like we don't know why we're nice or to each other or whatever. I feel like it probably has to do with just the whole South and the whole like government and all that probably.
Yeah.
You probably like stick together more. You don't want to be like, that's probably where it come from. But I feel like eventually everyone was just like, yeah, I guess that's us. We just
We just
Southern
nice.
hospitality. But yeah, I don't know. It's more like just a thing people outwardly notice rather than it being like, I guess, too true. Like, I don't know, y'all are pretty similar to everyone else.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's just everyone out here doesn't think they have Southern hospitality, so they just don't walk around like that. If that
Yeah.
like,
that makes sense.
Interesting phenomenon.
Oh, that's fire. I've never thought about it that way. That's hella cool.
So to you, do you think it's just like common courtesy? Like it's just regular on how?
I think it's just the way people talk, you know? Like there's like words like sweetie and honey that are like normal down there that aren't as, you know, like normal up here, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just stuff like that, I feel like. And then just, I don't know, like welcoming people.
Yeah.
To their house.
Oh, I love the darling. When I hear the darling, I'm like,
no, yeah, darling.
hey,
listen,
you about to throw down in the kitchen for me real quick because darling makes me
Buy some
think,
shit,
you know.
Auntie, I love you.
You're from the South.
Yeah, but I fuck with it. I think it's cool either way to think about, but I don't think anyone's too different. I just think it's like the culture around there that is different in and of itself. It's not crazy. We're all human.
Facts. That's fire. Does that where Southside Noah comes from?
Yeah. That's I lucked out when I moved to Puyallup. That's also there. Where I'm at is just South Hill.
Oh, fire!
When I noticed that, I was like, oh yeah, it's good.
It's
I was worried about it because I was like, I don't live in Atlanta anymore, and I'm not like I only lived here for like 7 years, and I've been lived here for about 7 years. So you can add it up and be like, nigga,
on the even scale.
Who are you know what I'm saying? But it's like so. But for the South, I'm just still on the South. So I was like, Southside, like that's pretty much.
That's you.
And that's before I knew what the South End was or anything. Like, I just like Southside is just my whole like idea, I guess. I listen to Travis Scott a lot, so like you know, like he worked with 808 Mafia and all them niggas.
Yeah.
In my brain, that's probably just in there. And I was like,
oh, that's fire.
Nah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you before we move on that subject matter, how do you feel about the rise of more and more artists coming from the South Sound specifically, having more people represent like Puyallup and like the South Hill?
Yeah, I think it's great for everybody actually. Me and Wolf talk about it a lot, or he talks about it more than I do. But he'll be saying like how like not a lot of like Tacoma artists get a lot of shine either, like around like, like the Seattle scene or whatever. And I mean I get it because obviously like we're down there, so it's like you gotta like kind of consider yourself a Seattle artist to get into the scene, right? You gotta be around Seattle and kind of cater to it. So I understand that, but I think it's great that people are doing things on their own down there. Like we're all trying to make shit happen.
Yeah.
Fucking all of us. So I think eventually then it'll just be more of a general Washington thing. We can kind of get out of just the Seattle, stigma. I fuck with y'all,
Yeah.
Like, I definitely do, but like I don't live up here, so I can't.
I completely understand what you're saying. Just because when outlets in their point of view, their perspective of when they see like a Washington artist, they don't realize like they might come from a small town, but when they associate their rise with being a Seattle artist, I see it a lot. I even see it in your comments in your visuals of like they will list down like Seattle's next best thing, or like we're turning up for Seattle, and in which it is all love. Exactly. We appreciate like the dynamic of the industry. But at the end of the day, your roots are in South Hill, and that's where your love is from, where you hear it in your music and who you are as a person. So I feel like a lot of people try to like disassociate that like actual place that you're from the larger industry,
because it's just easier. I don't know. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you talk to somebody from out of state, you're like, yeah, I'm from Seattle. Like if I were to tell somebody, I'll say I'm from Puyallup, nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Right. I feel like we should, or at least I know a lot of us, like even you have examples of like standing on that. But I feel like when especially coming from like this region, especially, we should stand on that. You're the hottest, one of the hottest artists out of the P. Puyallup, like
right now.
People should hear like the stories and the how it is being from Puyallup. Like people don't understand the certain nuances. Like how like I was before. I could have been like Seattle Siva, but I was like South End Siva because like that's what I know. Like that's who I am. So it's like being able to stand on that is the reason why people outside of our community will look towards us and be like, oh no, even though that person's from Washington. Nah, he's from Puyallup. Oh, I've never heard of Puyallup. Oh, Puyallup is fire. Like, like, that's where all these dope ass artists are coming from, as well as, that's Washington's fair culture. That's a huge native pop, like people don't realize that's near the res, so those stories I think are so important. Like we should continue to like stand on those things. And I love when I see it from people like you and many other artists when they sit here and they're like, no, I'll correct you. Like, I'm from Puyallup. Like, I'm from South Hill. Like, I tell people I'm from Rainier Beach, even though like they're like, oh, you're from Seattle. And like, but I'll let them know I'm from Rainier Beach. Like, that's different, bro. Like,
like to me, that's
people are like, oh, I'm from Burien. That's different from West Seattle.
Exactly. To just, put it all in. I think that also comes, especially with, for me not being from here, that comes with me like having like lived here longer and like learned a lot and just like try to like, and like maneuvering through the scene and shit. Like, I didn't, like before, I guess I didn't see the importance of that too because I wasn't from here. So I'm like, I'm going to Seattle to do every event. It's like at that point, like, like in my head, I'm like, that's the whole point, is to be a Seattle artist, right? But then I didn't realize like what it could mean to like put on for your city and like your people, like, and that's why I really started fucking with being like, because obviously like Puyallup's not as big, and I didn't even and before a couple people started really doing things around there, like I thought there were no artists in South Hill or Puyallup, right? So I'm sitting here like, all right, cool. Next best one I'm looking at is Tacoma. I'm like, all right, Tacoma. I go there. It's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes away. I could pull up there. Wolf lived there, and that's all the type of shit that I was thinking about. So I'm like, listen, if I could pick Seattle or Tacoma, I want to try to put on for Tacoma if I can, right? That would be, and I go over to ETC and they know me over there. So I'm like, all right, like that's like if I could do that, and then you telling me like like really standing on the South Hill and the Puyallup and seeing there are other people from there and actually doing shit. Like, I feel like just learning and seeing that actually matters and could mean something, is probably what it took for me to start trying to embrace it, and actually like be proud of where I'm from and actually be like, like I'm not from Seattle. I actually am from South Hill. Like I'm from Puyallup, and like I tried to make it cool with the whole South Side, and it is, and but like at the root, like that did come from me trying to like kind of like create something of nothing that I did that I saw, like so I definitely could see. But now I feel proud of it, like I definitely do, and I think about me being on the South Side and other people be saying it, and everybody, knowing me and now for South Side and all that, and I'm like, right, I mean a lot because I just was saying that just to say it,
That's
like
fair.
That's cool. So I don't know. That's cool.
No, I love it. Thank you for sharing that with us. You probably don't hear, but another hand clap. We're in the business, and you're familiar with the show. We're in the business of giving people their flowers, and just you being able to like break the mold and like stand on your own and just be unapologetically yourself is a highlight I love to highlight on the show, because the more people see it, and just like you just said and reference, the more people see it, the more people will realize like it's okay to be comfortable within yourself and like actually like love where you're at, Yeah. I feel like a lot of us will go through the motions and want to be somewhere else where maybe they're not getting our full potential, but you and your roots where you're at could totally get your full potential, and you definitely see it in the work. So just wanted to give you your hand claps.
I appreciate that.
Brother, I've been chatting. Do you have a question for brother?
I do have a couple questions. Also, I got quiet because Buddy kind of forced his way into
I seen that.
the
I was
chair.
trying to like draw attention to
No, you're good. I was
handling my one-on-one real quick.
You took your got the faded.
Listen, man, it's all good. Got a couple good questions.
That
was good. And Buddy's chilling. Now we're all
good. I really wanted to ask about how you title your albums and like your full length projects.
Yeah.
Is there a reason they're always like fashion references, or like they're kind of like described as like Fashion Week? Yeah. Or 2019, or those reasons?
That's crazy. Nobody ever says anything about that. Yeah. I just thought it was cool one time.
Yeah.
But it was because there is a brand, like a fashion brand based in New York called Noah, and I have a couple of shirts, but like no sponsorship or nothing. But I saw that and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like I seen the way that they had their shit, and I was like, oh, that's a cool way to put it, and it's already a thing too. So it's like. When I was thinking of what other project to make, because I had Young Southside, that was my first album.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to drop another Young Southside because I wasn't ready. I knew I didn't have enough like music or type of music I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just need to think of something else. So it just seemed like perfect time because it was also turning into like fall winter. So I was like, it's more just a timing thing. Like I just kind of like that's like the pack for that, you know, like amount of time or for when. And so those 2 albums I dropped last year, they're both from I dropped them last year, 2022, but they're 21. No, 21. Because I took like a year, like when I like had some shit going on, personal shit. Like I just took a year and I was making hella music, but I wasn't putting out a lot of music. I was just like going through the motions, just dealing with my own shit.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to like time capsule it and be like, yeah, this is like, if you look at it, it's from fall, winter 21. Like that's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
That's the music I was making around that time and doing. So
that's
it
fire.
is kind of like, yeah, like a little like fashion thing, like a little reference, but I don't treat it too much. So that's why when you said it, I was like, I was lost. But that's because I just think about it as like, you know, like the drop, the timing.
Yeah.
Like how it's debuted or whatever. So
no, that's fire. That's super dope. Especially like, I'll take it a step further on like the marketing side of it. It's just like, it's a cool, I thought it was like a really unique way that you were just like marketing yourself. Cause I like the way you dress. You came in with a fit on today.
Listen, Gordy would have something to say about that.
You know?
I appreciate everyone who's on my side. It's like there's light camp in all of my fits, but I love it. I think that's what carries me. I dress like it's still 11th grade. I think that's what I try to do. The headbands and all, like I don't know.
That's fire though.
Perfected. You know?
I feel
everything I couldn't get. I'm just like, I just try to get that.
No, yeah.
No, yeah. But thank you, actually, yeah, Gordy would hate you right now. Hey, I looked at it today in the back. The one you posted of me today, I looked at it and I said, oh, yeah. I said, no, yeah, Gordy's going to say something about it. I can just feel it. I'm wearing the Beats with the Travis. He's gonna have something to say. But it's okay. That's my boy.
Yeah, we love Gordy. Gordy, this is a moment for you to chill out. You feel me? My boy Noah be dressing.
You just put that shit on, man.
You know?
I know, no, everybody don't got it like Gordy, you know?
Bro, Gordy swears he's the flyest nigga, and I can't put him down. I can't. like he do be putting that shit on. He just has such Gordy style. It's like, bro, like, yeah, of course. Like, what am I supposed to say? I can't look at your fit and be like, it's ass.
Exactly.
You know, like he's a solid fit every day, bro. And it's really hard to break that, bro. Catch me on an off day, bro. I'm on an off day.
You know,
I can't say nothing.
Exactly.
Sometimes Sometimes I don't be putting that shit on. I just put something on. Bro.
Exactly. That's how I feel about Corey. Yeah, Corey's definitely my Gordy. So I know what you. I know exactly what you mean.
Feeling like I don't want to be like, man, I'm dragging a team down. But it's like sometimes, man. Sometimes it's Tuesday, and I'm just like, bro.
You know, like, I can't do it today,
bro. These sweats are really hitting right now.
You know,
like,
like,
just the way they like
the pants I want washed. I can't throw the fit on like how I'm trying to. You know, why even halfway go for it, bro?
Exactly.
I might as well just kick it.
Yeah, we've lived the same life.
I understand you, bro. I get it.
I wanted to ask you what's the best anime you guys are watching right now? Because I know you guys are in your anime bag. I'm not really in it, but a little bit. I don't
know if you watch One Piece, but he caught up to Wano.
Word?
Yeah.
One Piece animation is so crazy right
now.
That's the one thing I will say that I'm glad is happening. I actually secretly hate One Piece for how many episodes are in that fucking show. My brother said, I'm starting One Piece one time. When he went to college. I was like, oh shit, I'll check it out. I've always heard One Piece was fire.
Yeah.
I was more of a Naruto nigga growing up. So
Facts.
Like,
that's me.
But I'm like, all right, let me see. Nigga talk about some 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
Yo.
It took me 2.5 years to
type shit.
Yeah, to catch up.
Water a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, bro. I can't swim. So like for me, bro, I'm like, bro, oh no, I couldn't live this life. These niggas is pirates. That's a lot.
I've been loving My Hero Academia. I think
shake me from across the room. Yeah, you already know. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. I put everybody I can on right now. Season 6 is doing.
Oh my gosh, so dummy. I don't want to, MHA spoilers or nothing like that. I can't do my people on the other side.
That man is him.
Yeah.
And that's all I can tell you. Is that man is fucking him.
Wow.
Like I know you don't believe me.
It's unreal. People get on me for they're like, it took six seasons for it to get good. It's like, no, it was build up. It's character arc. It's development. It's
fucking everything.
It's
bro.
everything.
It's
why you're so invested. You get to season 6. It's literally the cherry on top. You feel me? Season 1 is the first bite of the cake. You feel me?
Okay, what's this about?
Season 2 a little frosting. You feel me?
Season 3, you're like, okay, and then season 4 is like, you season 4 is fire, and then it's mid for like 2 episodes. But then you're like, all right, cool. Season 5 is
lovely.
You know, and then boom, now we're here. I think niggas are afraid to be corny. I think that's what it is. Because the show's a little corny sometimes.
Oh yeah,
but that's okay. Naruto is fucking corny, and we love that nigga.
Yeah,
like you act like it's
every time Naruto's bottom line of like its message is friendship.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
piano when in the little swing set every time, bro. You know they're gonna do that shit every time. Yeah. But you start to love it because you're like, nah, that's my dog. I live with this nigga. Like I seen him, bro. I seen him.
Oh yeah, I was in that 4th Great Ninja War. You feel me? You catch me in the cut.
When Madara came down, I was shook. I was like, hey, I was like, hold on.
Yeah, I've been loving that one.
Yeah, so My Hero, my bad.
Demon Slayer.
No, this is amazing.
Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man went crazy.
I haven't watched Chainsaw Man. I've read it, so I know what happens, but I haven't watched it. I was in the middle of, we were watching, actually catching up on My Hero, and now I'm watching Neon Genesis Evangelion. I don't know if you've all seen that.
No.
That's some great OG anime.
It's just got perfect 90s feel to it.
Yeah.
But it's also like existentially awful.
Yep.
And it's just great. It's like a perfect mix. Like today, it hits. Back then, it also hit, but like differently.
Yeah.
I feel like that's top tier. I'm rewatching it, and I rarely ever rewatch anime because I'm lazy like that. I'm just like, I seen it. I know what happens.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm saying.
I know what happens. I just go on to the next. I got hella anime to watch, but nah. Fucking Neon Genesis, I'll rewatch the fuck out of it. I'm watching it right now. So.
Oh, fire.
I'm about to say that's probably.
If you want, if you're on the other side of the camera and you want to watch something completely nuclear, I would say watch Prison School. That one's tough.
Where?
Yeah, it's foul.
Okay, on God.
Yeah, it's an all girls school. It's an anime about an all girls school, and 5 transfer students get accepted to go in there, and they're guys, and they're some of the raunchiest dudes, like pieces of shit, like they're nasty, So and then essentially they get put into jail by the student body. And it's about 5 boys in jail. It's fucked up, but it's probably the most hilarious anime I've ever seen.
I feel you. Actually.
Damn, I feel like I got a good anime game from that question.
Oh yeah, my.
Oh yeah, you did.
No, that was fine.
That could have went the next 30 minutes. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you had a segue to stop it because I really had more. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
I wanted to ask about your relationship with TJ and like how did you guys meet? Because like I feel like
we got his side of his story. Now we definitely need yours.
I'm gonna say one thing first. Don't believe anything that nigga says. Fucking weird. I don't trust that. No,
that's 2 episodes. You guys gotta.
He's just fucking stupid. I met TJ at a toe jam randomly in 2019. I was there. I had a camera because I didn't have any friends, so I just had a camera and I would just walk around and take pictures for like a couple of hours until someone talked to me or said something. And I'd be like, yeah. and then that's all I was doing because I didn't know. I didn't know what to do, or I'd dance if it was a fire ass song. That was about two dialogue options. I had those. But I took a random ass picture of him. I think Shad and Josiah, and then I still had a picture. I don't know why I took a picture of this nigga. Like, I literally couldn't explain to you why. I think either they asked or I was just standing there with the camera just, like, looking, and I just felt like doing it. I don't know, but it's all right, bro. It's a decent composition. Yeah. But still, after that, we just started talking because, like I just started talking to him, and we just kind of became friends real quick that day. Yeah. I was like, I don't know nobody else here, and I just took a picture of y'all niggas. It's going to be on y'all looking at my camera.
Yeah.
Like, we're cool now. We're locked in. So then I met him there. He had red hair, so that's probably why I did it. And I don't even know how to explain it. Like, me and TJ probably was always supposed to be friends. So that's probably just what happened. Is that we just I don't know. It was gonna happen eventually. Anyway. Yeah. But
that's fire.
But yeah. So then, we didn't fucking talk for like a year, bro. Like I met him there, and then we was just not really friends. Like didn't see each other or nothing for like a minute, and then I think he was like, "Hey, I want you on this song on my album," and I was like. Or no. First off, he asked me who Corey was, the nigga that was making my beats at the time. Like, I used to make my beats, but like I was using only Corey beats when I started out because I have no beats, and that was my bro. So I'm like, all right, bet. And he wanted to get a beat from Corey, and I tapped him in because I'm like, yeah, bro, Corey, yeah, bro. And I was like, yeah. Plus, we can make a little bit of bread off this. It's the first time I ever put a nigga onto the Corey beats. I feel great. So then he got a Corey beat for his album, and then he also wanted me to be on that album. And I was like, all right, cool. We did a song together. I don't think we recorded the same spot. I think I just recorded at home and sent it to him.
Yeah.
And then that was cool. It was cool from then. Like, we talked occasionally. And then I think, like, the year after that is when we really, like, locked in. I think he got me on a show or something. He wanted me to get on a couple shows with him that he was doing. I was like, bro, yeah, I love to perform. That's what I love to do. So, yeah, of course. Fucking had a couple cool shows and kicked it with him a couple times. And then we just kind of started realizing, like, we, like, just, like, I don't know, like, we're just really good friends. Like,
the chemistry is there.
You know? Like, he's just, I don't know. Like, he's definitely, like a type of brother, you know. You just meet somebody, you're like, yeah, that's my brother. Like, immediately, like, his family like knows too. Like, we all know. Like, it just, I don't know. I don't even get it either.
It sounded like super organic. Like, you know, it didn't really, like, you guys would be in the same spots. Like,
we never forced
you know, exactly.
Like, it was weird too. It's like you would think we would want to be more friends too.
Yeah.
But, like, we didn't even know really. Like, until we started like doing more music shit together, and then we just realized like we were both like hella similar or whatever. And then and then eventually started coming over to record like all the time. Like, around before we were making A Girl Is a Gun. But it was like, I think like started into 2021, going into 2022. That's when we started really like being friends and shit.
That's fire.
And then I just realized she's the dumbest fucking nigga I've ever. Bro, the amount of screenshots I have of this nigga on my phone, you would not believe.
I love the
like, wild.
I love that universe, the Noah and TJ universe of memes, of screenshotted conversations,
like the
voice memos.
Bro, there's definitely like, I can incarcerate this. I really put my mind to. I can find something. There's something in there. If not, I can at least get them canceled for like ever. I promise. If I try hard enough. Or just like make sure no bitch is ever talking. Like, I have evidence, bro. I don't know how much he has on me. I'm not a very exposable nigga. I don't do that much. But that nigga has ADHD and he's stupid, bro. Like, it's not that he has ADHD and it makes him stupid. He's also stupid with it too. So it's just like, the thoughts come faster and dumber every second, bro. I've never met a stupider nigga.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah. I mean, you've heard him rap. That's all you have to hear.
No, I'm giving good hand clap to brother TJ.
One of the best duos.
Yeah, honestly, you two have been going completely insane. I don't mean to cut anybody off, but we can get more into that right after this break. Yeah, hold your thought.
All right, quick little break. Sorry, I'm fucking eating Pringles trying to do an ad. This is not an ad for Pringles. This is an ad for Where's the Love, April 1st. Daz and Hayes are running it back this time in Seattle at Q Nightclub. Are you not going to talk?
Yeah, you were going crazy. I didn't know what else to say. Like, you had all the fucking details on. I mean, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Be there, be at school.
And this is not an ad for Pringles. I just wanted to make
not
that.
An ad for Pringles.
Yeah.
This is an ad for Where's the Love. Beat me there, don't meet me there. And all the ads will have the same shirt on. So
come out.
That's what it is today. Ooh, okay. They didn't even have to remind you.
And we're back from break. Corey?
I'm dogless now.
We left on a thought that you had.
Shit.
I don't remember. We started talking about so much other shit off camera.
Jeez.
We were leaving. We were talking about TJ before we were out, but no, I feel like we, even off camera, we kind of covered it.
No, I know, right? That's really what we did. Yeah, all right. TJ section's done. Shut up. No more about that guy. I don't care.
Well, we off camera we were talking about some performing, and I do have a question here. You have been so consistent on almost every underground bill for performing. What does it take for you to get prepared to leave it all on stage? Do you have a method to the madness, or is it more like vibe?
I feel like it really is just like, being comfortable on stage. That's the first step. And like, I definitely like, my parents were rappers, and my mom rapped when I was growing up, so she would bring me on stage. So I've been on stage to like see shows like that, and I also did like plays in high school, like a lot.
Oh wow!
So like, I've been on stage a lot, so it's not like weird to me. So then from then it was just learning like how like these kind of shows work, and like what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to, And so like, yeah, it's more like like a focused effort from me trying to just be like, all right, get better every time at doing my little craft. But yeah, I don't think at all really. Like I just kind of go and fucking do it. I feel like that's better than, you know, trying to like prepare it. I feel like that feels weird.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone can tell or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm very like organic about it. I just kind of go off the vibe of the room. If everybody in there is having a good time, I'll try to keep it going. If they're not, I'll try to like
move on.
You know, I don't know, like meet them where they're at. Not, one thing I hate is like trying to force people to turn up and they don't want to turn up. Because I don't like that.
Yeah.
If I'm in the crowd and niggas just yelling at me,
yeah,
to turn up,
turn the fuck up.
Like, yeah, this song, I like.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to turn up with me real quick.
I'm like, yeah, that makes me actually want to not turn up that much. That makes me want to like sit there and be like, all right, is anyone else gonna really turn up?
Look around,
you know, like
look around
what's
the
going
room.
on here, you know? So like I try to just make no one feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ever do. And then after that, it's just me trying to like be into my songs. And, you know, give you a reason to believe why it's actually fine. Instead of just playing it and you think, you know, like, I don't know.
That's
I
fire.
just go and do my shit, and then if you fuck with it, you fuck with it after that.
That's fire. I feel like that's a good way to approach music because it's from an organic standpoint, so you don't have to like, you know that the love will always be true just because it's like I'm not trying to force it on you. You fuck with it, better for me because it's like now that's a real fan. But if you don't, also good because I know you're not a fan. So it's all good received feedback, which is fire.
The reason why I asked that question is because I actually practice. Like,
Really?
yeah, I'm like in the mirror, and like I feel like I come from this like weird era where like, and I could relate to you so much because of just being involved with that like stage presence and like familiarity with like, because I was also in school plays and I did like talent shows, things like that. So just being around that and like overly thinking to have to prepare myself for something that is really like I'll prepare myself for that date, and when it happens I'll throw it all out the window and just go crazy and like, you know, actually like feel out the crowd just as you said. So I love that you shared that with us because before and me preparing, because I have an upcoming show or a couple shows, so but I've been practicing and I've been like stressing over like set lists and like things like that, and that's kind of like how I approach it, and I love to hear from other people like how they approach their performing. So
I think there's also like I don't think I'll see anything wrong in any approach really. It's all about what works for you. Like for me, I know I procrastinate anyway, so I kind of just like give into it. I just kind of like like I know I'm gonna be not really thinking about this till the last second. I know it just kind of, so I've just kind of like done that my whole career to like prepare myself to work in that way, if that makes sense. But it's not like, I'm not saying that's like the best or healthy. I just know I'm very comfortable on stage. So it's like, I don't think too much of actually, like once I get somewhere and actually start performing, I don't think about it at all. So me stressing before it only introduced more problems, I guess.
Yeah. So
like that's why. But like for other people, like I don't know, like like TJ, he definitely like has talked to me about like certain shit he be practicing and whatever. And then also I started learning, like because I started doing a lot of shows last year or whatever. Like I started using the actual performances as practice instead of like kind of like a full game practice. You know, like I do get to just kind of like try new shit and go crazy. And you know, like if it doesn't work, I guess it doesn't work. But it's like you never know until you try.
Yeah,
and like at home, like you want to like really give it your all and go crazy, but it's also like, you know, you feel it, like you feel weird because you know it's not really game speed. You know? It's like the same kind of thing. So so once I get there, I try to just like, you know, let it all go and then practice that. You know, because I know I'm not super famous or anything. So like it's not like all of these shows are gonna be like all recorded and everyone's gonna watch these back and be like, oh, that was weird or that was weird. You know?
Yeah.
Like eventually it might be that. So I want to, you know I'm trying to work towards something.
That's fire.
But like I definitely think there's room for fucking practice at everything. I think if you don't practice, you're probably not trying to get better. So you gotta practice some way. You know, it's really just up to you how that is. But
that's fucking fire. We talked about it a little bit before we started, but what got you into recording yourself and recording TJ and just the homies and shit like that?
I was broke. So what had happened was So my parents were both rappers. My mom, she ended up keeping on rapping. She's a Christian rapper now. She actually has like, she does a radio show actually for Sirius XM.
Wow,
I forget to say that, but yeah, it's like apparently like one of the top holy hip hop shows in the country.
That's super cool.
That's so far.
Sick. I just never mention it because it's my mom, and and that's my mom.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. It's regular.
So that's just her job.
Yeah.
Like, she just does that, you know. But yeah, like every Sunday, I'm pretty sure today actually she's probably doing one. That's funny. We're doing the same thing. But but she kept on rapping and stuff. So like she kept making music or whatever. And she still makes music to this day. But my dad, he became more of an engineer because he already was always kind of that guy for them.
Yeah.
Which it's funny that I do that now, but. He actually engineered my first project when I started rapping.
Fire.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I had to come home with no equipment, nothing, just my computer. And I was like, okay, well, I should probably start trying to work towards where I was over there.
Yeah,
so I can make music at that quality if I can ever get there. Like my dad did it there, and I kind of seen how Pro Tools works. I don't use Pro Tools, but I knew I could get something like it, right? So there's ways to make music at home, and I know that because I had friends that made music.
Yeah.
So it was more just like, I guess, me not having anything here, but I already started making music. Like I already recorded like a bunch of songs and put them out, and my friends had listened to them, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I make music. I gotta like keep making music, right? So, like, I had to get stuff. So yeah, that was like kind of the whole idea behind me starting to engineer. Yeah. And then I used to be really stingy with it because I hate doing stuff for other people. I don't like listening to other people's music. It doesn't. I don't care. Like I genuinely don't. I don't care about other people. Like that sounds mean. I do care about my friends' music. Yeah. But like in the beginning, I was like, dude, I don't want to record other people. Like why would I want to do that? Yeah. I just want to record me and then everyone else. But then obviously you get like friends who also make music, and you're like, it's not weird to record like my friends.
The homie, yeah.
And then, so then I just started recording TJ and like a couple other homies, and now we just kind of like I got like my little homie Zay. He comes and he records. I just call him my little homie. He's gonna hate that. He comes and records that like every like Tuesday for like a year. He was at my house like every Tuesday, just pulled up, recorded, and he kind of like got better through doing that because he had like a couple other like songs and he'd recorded before, but obviously studio time costs money. And that's a big reason why I wanted to get my own studio and do that because I didn't want to pay anybody to have to do like any mixing or studio time. Yeah, because like that's the biggest deterrent in the beginning of trying to make music. Is like, if it costs money, and you're young too. Like I'm starting out, I'm 17 or whatever. I don't have any money to spend all on this because I'm not good yet either. So it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. So I was like, if I'm gonna practice, I feel like I should just do it myself. And I already done a lot of stuff on computers. Like I had a YouTube channel and stuff, and like I use After Effects and other things. So, like I knew how you can make things on a computer. So I was like, yeah, it's just a different kind of thing. So
fuck my upstairs. If you guys are here, hearing upstairs right now, fuck you. I don't know who you are. But you're an asshole right now. We're having a great interview, great conversation. You're moving fucking tables. Pick the fucking table up.
I like the ambiance.
Like, damn.
That's so funny. He's been like battling the
I've been the whole time.
They were like fuck for weeks now.
No, I feel you. Honestly, I like how my interview has ad libs. Like someone else is doing the harmonies on this one for the conversation.
I wanted to ask because you mentioned it, but do you ever think about the like being a part of the legacy of music in your family? Like, does that ever like hold over your head, or like is it more like this is just something you've been passionate about from the beginning?
Sorta, yeah. Because I never really wanted to rap.
Ever,
like growing up, like I knew my parents had rap,
right?
And I was like, all right, like I want to play guitar or do like something else. Like I guess I did always like music, but I never wanted to rap or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Not like because I didn't want to rap, but also they didn't really let me listen to rap music. My mom turned Christian, so She was like, yeah. So I could only listen to like Eminem, like clean Eminem. That was it.
Oh.
And she wanted me to listen to the best rapper, right?
Yeah.
No whack shit. But like also, she's Christian, so so that
clean
was it.
Eminem is crazy.
That is so
like,
crazy.
It's so crazy,
bro. And so just think about me. I grow up and I'm like, bro, I don't want to be a rapper, bro. Like that is so whack, bro. Like I mean, it was cool for Eminem.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he did 8 Mile. Thank God he got out. But like me, I'm not 8 Mile, bro. Yeah. I just live here, bro. I'm just here. So I was like, yeah, rap's whack as hell. But then eventually I started actually like rapping. Like I started freestyling like high school.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not bad at this. Like I'm actually pretty decent at this.
Yeah.
And then eventually one day it clicked, and I was like, wait. I was like, no way, I'm doing the thing. Like I'm doing exactly like I'm doing it right now. Like this is like that's crazy. And then like now, yeah. At first I didn't want my parents or I didn't want my mom to know because I cussed and she doesn't like that. And she still doesn't like that. But she doesn't like. I'm like older now, so it's fine.
So
but
it's okay.
yeah, so I didn't want her to know. So at first it wasn't even about them at all. But then I feel like once everyone knew and everyone was like supportive of it, like I was like, oh damn, okay, that's kind of cool. And then I was like, all right, well now it's like, now the way I think about it is like, I cannot be Ash. Like if I am Ash, that is disrespectful to both of them in a sense. Like I have to be at least a better rapper than they were.
Yeah, exactly.
In the end, like, you know, right? Like when it's all said and done,
I gotta be better. Yeah,
I have to have something to show for, you know, right?
Facts.
Like both of them. It's not just one of them.
Yeah,
like
it's both of them.
It'd be really messed up if I couldn't rap. Like it'd be bad if I was Ash. So it's like that's the only thing I think about.
Thanksgivings would be like tough.
Like it'd be hard. Like I'd be so upset if my mom actually thought I was a bad rapper, but she doesn't. I'm so glad. She definitely said I was good at least once. Me and my mom have made a song before, actually.
Fire.
So I know for a fact she doesn't think I'm Ash.
That's
my dad recorded the whole first one. He did. Even though that was garbage, he still thought it was decent.
He thought you were in the right direction.
Yeah, which meant a lot to me. So yeah, like I guess now I definitely think about it in like a fond light. But at first I kind of like ignored it and didn't think much of it because it wasn't like the focal point of why I rapped.
Yeah.
It was more like a me and my friends kind of thing.
That's fire.
And then one day I just thought about it. And I was like, wait, damn, they also.
Yeah, it's
like,
a family
because I'd be telling people, I'm like, yeah, my parents were rappers, and they're like, oh, it's. And then I'm like, yeah, like actually, yeah, word. That's crazy you say that. I never fucking ever thought about it like that. But yeah, you're right.
I wanted to ask about your photography and using YouTube and things like that. Have you always been into like using a camera and of that nature and things of that nature?
Yeah, it's more or less like the computer side of it. Yeah. Like I always played video games, so I was always like, you know, like into technology and shit. And then eventually, like when I'd always been on computers and whatnot, just like online playing games or downloading shit. So then once I got my own computer, I kind of always had been watching YouTube, and I was like, well, maybe I can like it was really, I played Call of Duty, and they had hella Call of Duty edits. And I was like,
that's where you started.
I'm not a good trick shotter or sniper, but I could probably edit something, you know?
Fire.
And I was like, all right, so that's where I get in where I fit in. I was not good enough. I was 14, and I had no creative ideas in my head. I would just copy shit I seen.
Yeah.
Literally, I just, like, you know? But it taught me, like, the ropes of, like, how to use programs and get around in Photoshop and all these other things.
Yeah.
Know? So, like, it taught me, like, the early, like, blocks of that. And then I feel like I just kind of use all of those skills now in a different way, but like, yeah, like, and that's why like I even branched out into having a camera so I could shoot stuff to edit or whatever, or like, you know, like, or why I started like, you know, I got a mic so I could, you know, work with like, you know, stuff with music.
Yeah.
But before that, yeah, it all stemmed from like just me being on a computer and wanting to make shit, like make videos. Really, you know, it stemmed from that, and then all of those skills I just learned from making videos and working on those. I kind of like transferred them and grew and expanded them.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's fire.
It's been a little second. It's been a little second since the round of applause, but definitely want to give Noah his flowers for all the crazy hard work you've been putting in. Like, you know, it really shows to in your presence and in today's time, because you're a very well-rounded artist. Even though you may joke about it, you do handle yourself in a very professional way. I just love what you're able to encapsulate with everything you've been working on. So yeah, we gotta show you some love for sure. I wanted to ask you some like, they're not crazy questions. Let me not even say it like that, because I fucked up. I fucked up last time, but you know, I wanted to ask you, what did it mean to you when you threw the friendship bracelet on the ground and left the party lonely?
yo, I'm a dead ass. I'm gonna tell you right now, that was not my idea, bro. That's the only part of that video I think that was not my idea. But bro, the nigga that shot it, he insisted. Yeah. Like,
well, was it Crispy?
Yeah, it's Crispy Images.
Yeah,
Crispy was like, bro, we have to do it, bro, please, bro. Because then he's like, bro, I'm gonna cut this shot like right here. I'm like, all right, bro, I'll do it. But like, we never had no shit like that. Like the song is about a real girl. Like that was a real breakup. Like I didn't make the song or nothing. And like the rest of it is all true. And he was like, yeah, bro, we gotta have the. But I guess it was for the story of the video, and I understand that. I be trying to like be as authentic as I can.
Yeah.
But I was like, the friendship bracelet, bro. No.
It kind of hurt me though. Bro, like when I seen it, I was like, yo, who got Noah fucked up where we're throwing friendship bracelets on the ground?
I edited half of that video, like
wow,
special effects and all that, I edited those. That's me. So that's funny. You say
So
that.
shot by Crispy, edited by Noah.
Yeah, he kind of like arranged it and then he sent it to me and I did the additional VFX.
Wow.
So he did like the TV stuff, the little analog.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a little 3-part effort and I just did the final edits on it.
That's amazing.
Like I think it came out all right. But yeah, so that's why like the little scene you're talking about, like I know it well because I sat there and I was like, all right, I really want to make this look as cool as I can right now because I am throwing this friendship bracelet off this little tiny like jump right here, and I just want everyone to know that it's really hard. So how do I make everyone feel like that was?
Nah, because that's where I felt it. I was like oh, but I also told everyone while listening that like. That's my anthem. I always leave the party lonely. So,
oh God, bro.
Yeah, it's tough. And I felt that. What about this one? Money long like a hot dog. What did you mean by that?
Okay, so take this in, right? So you know when you be in school and they be like fold like the paper like hot dog or hamburger.
Oh yeah, hot dog or hamburger. Yep.
Like hot dog is like long ways.
Long money, like long paper,
long money, long exactly.
Oh,
no way! I'm not saying they won't get me, but it's like money long like a hot dog be. It's cause the hot dog be long ways.
Facts.
Like my paper, obviously, which is what I was trying to get across.
Hey,
I just want everyone to understand.
I'm letting a hand clap go because that's
a great bar.
These are the things that I want to get down to, the nitty gritty.
These are my favorite questions, bro. I'm so glad because I say things and I hope people hear it.
You know,
I do, but I can't ask everyone.
You know,
I just hope it really hits. You know?
Yeah,
and I'm glad that hit for you, bro, because that's how I felt in that moment.
No, when you always have a pocket to and you sneak it in there too, so I always have to like listen and then listen over, and I'm like, I'm like, ooh, it that first listen, okay, but then the second listen, I'm like, okay, let me really decipher this because
let me actually dissect these lines.
This is when I hit the anime glasses pose,
the push up, and you're like, you start looking at the
all right, Noah,
of the lyrics. You're like, all right, what's he saying here?
And then before we do move on, I wanted to ask you, when it comes to your visuals, how do you decide the feel of the video? Is there intention behind the shots you use, or is it more based on the collaboration with the director?
Yeah, definitely like collaboration all the way. Like I kind of like I don't know what my vision is for myself per se, other than the small things that I've already built and know about myself. But I kind of just let everyone else kind of like run with how they feel, you know? Like obviously if it's like certain ideas, like I was telling you, like I didn't come up with that idea or whatever, but like if it's certain ideas that I'm not feeling, like obviously I'll speak up. But like for the most part, I just kind of want to see what people, what I give people. Like you listen to the song, like what do you think I'm, like who do you think I am based off of this, right? You know, because like it's all me and it's all true in the music. So it's like whatever your expression of me would be, I want to kind of include that in what I do. I want to see if that's like, I don't know, important or if that could, you know, keep going. Like, but the couple of No So Cold videos I've done, I've kept going with some of like the aesthetics he's chose because I'm like, dude, that's sick. Like that works for me. Like that's really cool, you know. And I wouldn't have thought about that on my own with just my brain. I think about, you know, myself in a different way. So everyone's perspective is interesting to me, and I like to see it.
I love the way the directors. I've seen there's, I don't mean it in the way that like your visuals look the same, but there's a certain shot that they get of you and you're performing. It's like this perspective of like shooting downward, and it's you like looking up towards the camera. Yeah. But I feel like it captures a lot of the essence of like what you're rapping about, and I was wondering if that was intentional or if you're collaborating with the director. But I love the fact that you let the directors go all in and like really formulate their own idea of what you created.
It's interesting. It makes me feel real. It makes me feel like important. Like I'm actually doing something. Like someone saw that and heard it and was like, "Oh, I should do this," you know, or it would be sick if you look like this in this shot. I'm like, that's great, you know. And a lot of that is Noah So Cold. Noah So Cold is one of my favorite directors of all time. Like, we love that guy. He's my favorite guy ever. You know, the other Noah, the one I always get confused with. Love that guy. So his ideas for whatever I do or whatever the video looks like, I literally just love leaving that up to him. Because every time we collaborate, it's never like no force, nothing. Like he literally just he'll just ask me if I want to shoot it or something, and we'll work something out and I'll figure it out. And then and I'll just be like, hey man, and now it's on his time. I don't try to like make him do my videos before anyone's. Like Girlisagun is the only one we needed like stat because it was blowing up. But even then, that was mostly Wolf. Like, you know, he wanted to get it done, and I was like, hey man, like of course, like we're gonna hit no.
Yeah.
You know, and he just has a really good eye for like what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And the fact that we worked together a couple of times, I think that also is like helped my visual style like kind of stay a little consistent. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like he does that for all of us really too. Like we all have our own like kind of styles in his eyes, and I think that's really unique. Like he's a very great director. Like, you know, and he still like cares about, you know, the important details. You know, like he hasn't lost himself to the whole like industry yet, and I think that's so unique nowadays. You know, so I don't know. I think that's probably a lot of it.
Shout out Noah, the other Noah.
Shout out the real Noah. Shout out the old Noah.
I have a well, this one's not as crazy, but I have a music question.
Okay, yeah, it's not loud. So.
What's the
I need
that's so
I need to
funny.
whoever's editing that to get brother's face after being told not to ask a question that he get.
Yeah, I just
don't ask me that shit. Don't
okay.
ask me that shit at all.
You said we're not good for it.
I want to know, what kind of sandwich are you? Like if
I had to be a sandwich?
If you had to be a sandwich, what kind of sandwich are you?
What's nuts is I worked at Jersey Mike's for like 3 years, bro. So that's crazy. I'll tell you on God exactly what sandwich I am.
Break it down.
Because I don't eat sandwiches really much anymore because I did for like 3 years of my life for like straight. So like I don't really think a sandwich is a lot. Like it's not my shit. But if I was a sandwich, bro, I'm being so real with you. The way I used to do it, right? So what I used to do, right? Philly cheesesteak, right?
Ooh.
You come with the onions and peppers.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I'm picky. I don't like that. Get that out of here. Just the meat. Cook that hoe up. They have this white American cheese. I don't know where the fuck they get it. I don't know who the supplier is. I think it's Cisco. It's banging. Throw that hoe on there. It's 3 slices. You could do 4 if you're really feeling crazy. But
Yeah.
I'm lactose intolerant. So I'll
Yeah.
like, I don't worry
balance.
about it, but
Balance.
I'm like, all right, so 3 is good.
Yeah.
Then I get the bun. They be like, toast the bun. I don't want to toast the bun. I'm gonna eat it later. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Light mayo on the bread.
Yep.
Bow, Philly cheese in the thing. Just close it up. Take that bitch home. It's good. 12 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Throw that bitch in the microwave. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Power level 6. It's over. It's done.
Okay.
That's the exact sandwich I am. I tell you that right. That's the sandwich I made 20,000 drugs off. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like
that's the next sandwich I'm finna order.
I'm telling you, bro. Just the light mayo, no nothing. Right? It's like I don't even know what it is. It's not really that. It's nothing, bro. It's just.
It's
fun.
the Noah sandwich.
It's the Noah, bro. Like that's why I couldn't have a meal because everyone would be like, "Bro, this shit is ass." Like, so you're like, "Bro, I don't care."
So, bro, I got different taste buds.
This shit is
I'm
crazy.
Very picky, nigga. Like I don't like most things. Like I'll eat the bare minimum of every single thing. I don't like spaghetti because it's tomatoes in it. That's that's the whole recipe.
that is the
So I just
entire
don't
shit.
like if you make me spaghettis, please make me like the sauce separate so I can have the option. And I probably just won't get sauce. I'll probably just have noodles on my plate.
You know?
I'll be eating like everyone else because I don't want to feel weird. But like I'm just picky, you know. Everyone's like, "You okay? You good?" I'm like, "Oh yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, this is
I
busting.
just don't
I've
like this shit.
lived my whole life like I know how I am. They put onions on my shit at McDonald's. I just don't. I just can't eat it. You can't even take them off, bro. You can't take them off, bro. They're a tiny ass.
They're the tiny ass
You
onion.
cannot take that shit off.
Yeah, as long as you spend there, you gonna find one.
Listen, bro.
And a
you
bite.
can scrape the whole top with the fucking fork and do whatever, bro. My mom always be like, "I just take them off. I just take them off." No, it's
There's no
over.
way. It's no way.
They hate me. It's done. I'll just starve. It's fine. I don't even mind. It's my life. I've accepted it.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
Man, that's a good question.
That was a good
I gotta think about my sandwich.
You know?
I always tell people I'm a sweet onion chicken teriyaki, but that's from
Really?
Subway. But
That's
yeah,
kind of
That's the
I
bussin'.
feel you, though.
yeah, I love it. That's my shit. That's my go-to.
100% of bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon.
Oh yeah, I can
a
definitely see that.
Yeah. You know, I'm a classic nigga.
Damn, you're right. I didn't really think about how broad sandwiches could be.
It's a spectrum.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like
Oh.
I still picked the right one.
I was like, I was about to
Bro said,
get. Hey yo, no, it's funny. No, we had a crazy conversation that we'll leave for another time.
Insane,
Gentlemen.
You are.
We are coming to
insane.
the end of the show. So before I do take us out, Noah, do you have anything else you want to relay to your friends, family, supporters on the other side of the camera?
yeah, I didn't think about this. So here, it's just the first thing I'm
Oh,
thinking.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
listen to Noah, please. That's all I got, really. Nah, thank y'all for all the support, man. A Girl Is a Gun hit 1 mil. That's probably the greatest thing I ever done in my
Fire.
life. I'm so proud of me and TJ. I'm so proud of y'all for doing it. I guess I didn't listen to the song, so that's it. Listen, y'all did all that. That was not me, bro. I just made it. So thank you. And yeah, just like, yeah, bro, if you want to book me, I'm free. I just show up, bro. I don't care. Mom, I love you. I mentioned you in the interview. Real important. I told Glizzy I was gonna say this first, and I didn't. Free Randy, free the land, free the drink. I'm real honest about that. It's been a minute. I can't wait to see my boy back home. And then, yeah. Shout out everybody back home. Shout out everybody on the south side. Keep doing y'all thing. Everybody keep doing their thing. I'm glad to be here, bro. I appreciate everyone. That's all I can say.
Love. Well, KWJT, you've been grooving with the South, man. We got Noah. We got Corey. Tavares. Rolando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.